And I say, Andarana Tishan, everyone on YouTube. This is Northern Firefighter signing in again, and I say, welcome back to more DragonAge Origins, and today we shall continue where we left off, basically in Ostagar. So we'll start by us looking at this beautiful, beautiful landscape. I mean, I liked it then when we were when I did play this game on Xbox, but seeing this on computer with enhanced graphics, it just looks amazing. But we shall continue to move on, so grab your gear, put on your smoke doors, equip on your helmet. Let's go, everyone! We have first soldier.
Make a watch over you, my lord.
I want to steal, not. Let's try. You know what? I'm gonna do a save. Might be that it just fails. That we should see. Oh, you know what? No, let's not. I want to level up some more first before we do that. And here we are. There we have another soldier. Here we have another soldier.
You must be the Grey Warden recruit that Duncan brought.
I am.
This place hasn't seen such bustle in centuries, I'll wager. Need a hand getting anywhere?
Tell me about Ostagar.
Used to be a fortress long time ago, so I understand. Back in the days when the Wilders used to invade the lowlands. You were just on the eastern side of the ruin. The Tower of Ishal is there, but Loghain's closed it off until the battle. This side is the King's camp. We've got the Grey Wardens here, the Circle of Magi, the Chantry. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting somebody important.
Oh, really? Is there anywhere to get supplies?
Quartermaster, he's just a bit to the northwest.
Where is the king?
Probably in his tent. He and Loghain are on the southwest side of the camp. The king likes to spend time with his soldiers, though. Sometimes even without his bodyguard. Drives Loghain wild, that does.
The Circle of Magi is here?
A few mages, yes. They even brought those creepy quiet fellows, the Tranquil. Gives me the shivers when they talk, all cold and even. They're to the north of here, bunched up with a herd of Templars glaring at them. Can't miss it.
Uh-huh. Do I hear dogs barking?
This is Ferelden, isn't it? The king has his kennels on the west side of camp. Stinks from all the hounds. These aren't cute puppies, though. Some of those dogs bite the darkspawn and get too much of that blood in them. It's like poison. Slow, painful death. Terrible.
Ah, poor doggos. We don't want that. Try to help them if we can. To ask you something else.
Go on then.
Where is Duncan's tent?
Not far. It's straight ahead, just past the royal encampment. Most of your fellas are in the valley with the army, but the recruits seem to be staying up here for now.
I'm looking for a Grey Warden named Alistair.
Try heading north. I think he was sent with a message to the mages.
I'll be on my
Good
way.
luck to you then.
Got a new codex, Ostagar. And yeah, about Alistair, we'll find out more about him, but let's just say him being sent to the mages is never good. Most think that it's to piss them off. And yes, we have another area I want to explore over here. I completely forgot about that, so maybe it will just be a lot of exploring today, but that's fun too, I think. Good. Oh, sorry, not mean to do that. We don't need to go here, we should not go here, basically. Here's another soldier. What he will say.
Today, 2 units of men arrived every hour, and they expect to double that tomorrow. Still, the Tairn worries that may not be enough.
And yeah. Darkspawn are not supposed to be looked easily upon, and Kalen certainly doesn't look easy upon it, but Loghain, well, let's just say a lot of people doesn't believe that this is a real blight. It means a full invasion of Darkspawn. So yeah. Now when I think about it, I don't think I've ever... What do we have here? Some elf fruit. This I will use. Then what do we have over here? We have basically an outpost, it looks like, and another soldier.
Make a watch over you, my lord.
Hi, thank you. Make a look over you. Watch over you too. Let's continue the that we may find. I think I saw something here. Yes, I did. It's a chest.
It will be done.
Ah, I need oh yeah, I know what I need for that.
Make her watch over you, my lord.
We will meet a character that should have the lock-picking skill. I must recall to get over here, and I can. Let's just keep exploring though. And what do we have? Nothing over here, no codex, just soldier, two
Make her
soldiers.
watch over you, my lord.
Oh, we have a sack. Sacks. Beef bone, this is a gift. Yes, this is a gift that we'll be able to use later. With the companions that you get later on, yeah, we say that. We even have that here on the codex. You may not see it though, unfortunately, but I will read it for you. Gifts. You have found a gift. You can give it to one of your party members by opening the inventory screen, or you press I, switching to the party member, then right-clicking on the item, selecting gift from the radial menu. Each party member has a favorite type of gift, and certain items are so precious to a particular character that others will refuse that gift outright. Camp is a great place to give gifts because party members are sometimes reluctant to talk about themselves on the open road. And yes, when you do this, you can find a lot of funny things. Deep mushrooms. Oh, straight into that. Have another soldier.
Make her watch over you, my lord.
Yeah. Make a watch over you two. It's not. Do we have anything fun around here? No. Doesn't look like it. I can't even get by in there. Can I? No. I'm stuck. Let's go up to that tower he was talking about then. See what we can find there. So I just love... This is one of the things I love about games, like just to explore. I may find things I've never seen before, those kind of stuff. I mean, if we look at the map, now of course we have seen a lot already. But, and we also know where to go. We also have the Kennel Master. This is a quest we will pick up. We have, we need to find Alistair. That we will do later on. Now let's just walk around and watch. No, I can't get out of this yet. The Tower of Ishal. This is where we need to go later on. But we'll go there later. I wonder what happens when we talk to the tower guard though.
The Tower of Ishal is off limits. The men stationed inside are securing it now.
What is the Tower of Ishal?
I think they used it once to watch for wilders coming out of the forest.
Why is the tower off limits exactly?
By orders of Loghain. The tower is being secured by his men to be used during battle. I'm told they discovered some lower chambers, and they don't know how far down they go, so for now, everyone's to stay out.
Lower chambers?
I didn't see anything like that when I was there, but who knows?
This is a pretty large ruin.
Goes back to the time of the Tevinter Imperium. Dwarven make. That's probably why it's still standing.
Basically, we have not just the humans, we have dwarves and elves too, of course, and dwarves, let's just say that one thing they're still renowned for is their ability to build things that stands a very long time. And then I should go.
Make us speed your steps.
So yeah, it doesn't really look more. I will come back here though, for the chest when I have found that person. But for now, let's head over the bridge once again. Maybe we'll find someone we can also do some healing from. I want to get that into practice, to basically get the quest later on. Be able to mess more with a certain main antagonist. I hope that was a proper word. If anyone doesn't really understand me talking, please just talk in the chat and I will bring it up. Also, you may hear me humming sometimes, and in songs you may not have never heard, but they are basically just nothing bad really. Here we have the mage quarters. Magic encampment. Not really what I was expecting to get to first, but here I am, and here we have... Oh yes! We got Wynne!
Stand here in this hour, good folk of Ferelden, and we contemplate the death that may await. Death is no failure, my friends. Should it find you, you will not have failed your king. You will have served your maker. Die in this battle, and when you stand before the maker in the land beyond the Fade, he shall not find you wanting. Go not into death gladly, but with the knowledge that evil has been held at bay by your spilled blood. And if you go to stand beside the maker, go without lesson, for you shall not be forgotten. My friends, Let us bow our heads and remember those who have fallen and those who have yet to fall.
Okay. Yeah, that was a prayer basically for the soldiers, and yeah. Could have sounded a bit more cheery, you know. Jeez. Okay, here we have Wynne, basically. She is a favorite character of mine.
What do we have here? I heard the new Grey Warden recruit was from the Circle. I don't believe we've met, but I've certainly heard a lot about your talent. My name is Wynne, and I congratulate you on your harrowing, marvelous work. The Fade is a dangerous place.
I found it terrifying, to be honest, and yes, I did find it.
I thought the same. It's good you can admit that. So, a Grey Warden, fighting alongside the King. Not too shabby for someone just out of apprenticeship.
I hope I don't disappoint anyone.
Child, you have been taught well. Use what you know, and have faith in yourself. Mages have always been pivotal in the fight against the Darkspawn. Perhaps you'll be the one to turn the tide this time.
You've faced Darkspawn before?
Stragglers, yes. Not the vast horde the scouts speak of. I wonder, how much do you know of the connection between Darkspawn and the Fade?
I know the Fade is where you go when you dream.
Anytime your spirit leaves your earthly body, whether it's to dream or to die, it passes into the realm we call the Fade. It's home to many spirits, some benevolent, others far less so. At the heart of the Fade lies the Black City.
I heard that. Didn't something bad happen there?
Some say the Black City was once the seat of the Maker. But when the mages from the Tevinter Imperium found a way into the city, it was tainted with their sin. That taint transformed those men, turning them into twisted reflections of their own hearts. And the Maker cast them back to the Earth, where they became the first Darkspawn. At least that's what the Chant of Light says.
And is that true?
It may be allegory, meant to teach us that our own evil causes human suffering. Or it may be true. It is as good an explanation as any for now.
At least it's something to ponder.
Yes, occasionally it's wise to contemplate one's actions. But I'm certain Duncan has more for you to do than talk to me.
Ah. Oh well. It talked. Anything around here that might be fun? No, I can't even go over them.
I'm sorry, but the mages must not be interrupted.
I am a mage.
The mages must not be interrupted. Their spirits are in the Fade.
What are they doing in the Fade?
Perhaps they're scouting for Darkspawn. I don't know, and don't ask. Regardless, they are not to be disturbed. Not even by Grey Wardens.
I apologize. I'll go elsewhere. There we are. There's me, I mean. Let's go... This is where I came from. Yeah, I don't really know what...
Above, hear the prayers of your sons and daughters. We who betrayed your prophet Andraste now beg your forgiveness. Do not abandon us in our darkest hour. Watch over the valiant King Cailan and guide him as he faces this terrible evil. Watch over Terran Loghain and give him the wisdom to bring us victory against the Scourge of Shadow. Watch over Ferelden, the homeland of Holy Andraste. Keep her people safe from the Darkspawn. Let us bow our heads and offer prayers to the Maker, that he might find us worthy.
Okay. This is another soldier.
Well met.
Indeed. We have King's Guard. Have nothing fun here though. Royal Enclave, Loghain's Guard. We will meet all of them later. Of course.
Look carefully, man. This wretched thing is a Darkspawn. They're strong and cunning and smart, but don't listen to those old wives' tales. They can be killed. Stick them with your sword enough, and they go down. Their blood is black as sin and poisonous. Don't even touch it. You get tainted with that blood, and you may as well slit your throat. We've lost many dogs already. Had to muzzle them to keep them from biting. It's a long and painful way to die.
Yeah, he didn't lie. Basically, the blood of a darkspawn is poisonous and it will eventually drive you mad and kill you. Some people, though, actually have survived and they become something called ghouls. That they are basically borderline deranged all the time because of the taint within the blood.
There are lots of darkspawn, different kinds. We're getting reports of things we've never even heard of. Our short friend here, for instance, is something called a genlock. They're pretty common in the Horde, but we've seen others much larger. We don't know where these new darkspawn are coming from, or what they can do. All I can say is to use caution. There aren't any we've seen that won't die once they bleed enough.
Yeah, and as you also said, each type of darkspawn basically are new ones, but they also come from a different type of original race, basically. Like in this case, the genlock. Anyone can take a guess at what it actually is, what race this come from. Well, doesn't seem like anyone's in the chat listening. Well, what I can say is that the genlock is basically from the dwarven race. We will meet many more as we come along, so we'll face them off on that. We also had another chest, but it's locked.
What are you, a bunch of Natric fishwives spreading gossip until you brown your small clothes out of terror? We've seen nothing to suggest that the Darkspawn drag our people underground to eat them. And I want this talk about Darkspawn enslaving survivors to stop immediately. Keep your minds focused on the battle. You fight for Ferelden and for your king. Remember that.
Yeah, you talk a lot. Have a night.
Well met, my lord.
And another few other things. Of this.
The last scouting party made it back last night. Barely.
What do you mean?
Only 2 of them made it, and one was minus a leg. Said they encountered some darkspawn that was 10 feet tall, with horns as long as your arm. The injured one died last night. They said his blood was already turning black.
Maker's breath. Where are they all coming from?
Yeah, the one she was talking about, it's really, really large. And it's called an ogre. We will encounter those later on, of course.
Good night for it, Warden.
Yeah, whatever you mean by good night for it, I have no idea. Let's go. Yeah, and here we have a priest.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just. Blessed are they who stand before the corrupt and the wicked, and do not falter. Blessed are they who stand before the corrupt and the wicked, and do not falter.
Okay. Hey, more sacks. A dagger. And chainmail. Yeah, I can wear
Blessed
chain.
art thou who exists in the sight of the Maker. Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just.
I was just waiting to see if she had something new to say, but apparently she didn't. Walked around. Check the inventory as quick. No, I can't wear the chainmail. I need strength for that, and if I want to have the build I have, I need to go with strength. Quite some at least. You can wear this though, and eventually I will need to have a shield. Now I have the boots, the Fate Striders, and all that stuff. Then we shall see. I really want to explore a lot more though. We have another sergeant and a soldier. Want to see if I can do some more stealing too, but I don't know if that will work. Let's talk some more to Duncan and see if he has anything to say.
You found our tent, I see. Is there something you need?
I have some questions.
Alistair can help you with those. I had hoped he would be back by now.
Okay. So basically he won't say anything. Okay, then Night. Tent,
Welcome to the King's camp, my lord.
My lord, I am a mage, I'm no noble. There's some more elf fruit. Good. Pick up everything we can, basically. And have another soldier. I don't think we'll go out there yet. And
You there, elf. What's your name?
It's Pick, sir.
Go tell Loghain that the war party's ready to begin scouting. We'll send word if we find anything amiss.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
these are Ash warriors. We can speak to them for a bit.
What do you need? You haven't brought more instructions from the 10, I hope.
No, I haven't.
If you're not from the 10, what do you want? We're busy.
Don't look like the other soldiers in the army.
We aren't. We're Ash warriors.
What is an Ash warrior?
Our training has been passed down since Lathias the Dwarf's son first harnessed the battle rage of the dwarves. It is an old tale.
Can I hear this old tale?
I am no bard, but I will do my best. Lathias was a claimed tribesman. Some said he was too short to be a warrior, but he was strong and fierce. His chieftain sent him to the dwarves of Orzammar to negotiate an alliance, where he fell in love with the king's daughter, Skya, and brought her back to his tribe. She taught Lathias to use the dwarven battle wrath to summon his strength and ignore all pain. Lathias then taught this to the Clain, who made him their chieftain.
What happened to him?
Lathias' prowess earned him the love of Morrigannon, a beautiful chieftain of another tribe. When Skya learned of his seduction, she returned to her people. Lathias was grieved. He sent Morrigannon away, but this only vexed her, and began a long war between their tribes. In the end, Lathias slew Morrigannon in single combat. However, his wounds were great, and he perished when the rage ended. The dwarves came from Orzammar that day, and gave Lathias an honored burial in the mountains. And we live by his teachings even today.
What happened to his wife, Skya?
It is said that before the final battle, she returned to Lathias and gave him a shirt of dwarven chain, along with a final night of passion. Then she was gone forever. If she lived on in Orzammar, only the dwarven folk could say for certain.
An interesting legend. Thank you for telling me.
It was an honor.
So what does an Ash warrior do?
We harness the rage inside us, nurture it, and draw it out so we cannot fall in battle until our last foe is slain. It is a dwarven discipline, but we've adapted it to let us fight alongside our hounds. That is our way. I trust my hound with my life, as he trusts me with his.
So this is what they're talking about are Mabari warhounds, a very large dog breed that is native to Ferelden, and they have a very special relationship with him. Basically, it's this one that has Mabari, and the Mabari acknowledge him like his master. That basically means that that person will hold a lot of respect. The dog that good in combat.
A trained Mabari hound is as dangerous as any sword. We do not speak of a city pet or those things that sit in an old woman's lap.
Yeah, what he said basically, the Mabari hounds they are bred for combat. What are you preparing for?
To scout the wilds and watch the progression of the Darkspawn horde. With luck, we'll find and slaughter many stragglers. The hunt will be good if my hound survives the blood of his prey. If he dies, I shall mourn tonight.
Survives the blood? What do you mean?
Darkspawn blood is poisonous, but not always fatal. Those who survive grow immune to its effects. The wardens say that tainted blood drives even the survivors mad eventually. But not today. Today, we hunt and we kill.
Yeah, what he said, the blood, you can't survive if you get the blood. But, and get the taint, but eventually you will go mad. That much I can say. No, I would not take that. Why have you painted your dogs?
They use scent to distinguish us from our enemies. But the blood of battle can confuse them. So we paint ourselves with Caddis, which overpowers the blood, and also paint our hounds so they know we are the same.
What if the enemy is painted with Cardis as well?
Why? Would you steal our Cadiz and give it to the Darkspawn hordes?
Absolutely not.
Good. I hear death is unpleasant.
I should be going.
My thanks. There is hunting to be done, and I'll not be kept from it.
I doubt it. Here we have the Kennel Master.
This isn't good. I'd hate to waste such a promising member of the breed. Are you the new warden? I could use some help.
What's the problem?
This is a Mabari. Smart breed and strong. His owner died in the last battle, and the poor hound swallowed Darkspawn blood. I have medicine that might help, but I need him muzzled first.
How smart is this dog?
Centuries ago, a mage bred them to be smart and understand what they're told. They can remember and carry out complex orders. Most valuable dogs in the world. Trouble is, they generally imprint on one master. Re-imprinting them is very difficult. But without the medicine, re-imprinting won't be an issue. Will you help?
Could it be imprinted to me?
We can try, but first we need to muzzle and medicate him.
I'll give it a shot.
Go in the pen and let him smell you. We'll know right away if he'll respond. Let's hope this works. I'd really hate to have to put him down.
The dog looks up at you respectfully, backing down from his aggressive stance. You see intelligence in his eyes, as well as a great deal of pain. This animal is very ill. Put the muzzle on the dog. Mabari grows weakly, but does not challenge you. After you're done, he whispers plaintively.
Well done. Now I can treat the dog properly, poor fella. Come to think of it, are you heading into the wilds anytime soon?
Might be. Why?
There's a particular herb I could use to improve the dog's chances. It's a flower that grows in the swamps here, if I remember. If you happen across it, I could use it. It's very distinctive, all white, with a blood-red centre.
Where in the wilds would I find this flower?
It usually grows in dead wood that collects at the edge of ground pools. Should be plenty this time of year.
Will the dog be alright without it?
If he doesn't get it, chances are he'll need to be put down.
So the answer is no. I'll see if I can find one.
Good. In the meantime, I'll begin treating our poor friend.
Yes, please do that. That's basically a new quest. I'm gonna do a save. Just so that we have that done. Save. Now we shall...
My sisters and gentlefolk, we stand here on the eve of battle. Let us consider the evil before us. In their pride, the mages of the ancient Tevinter Imperium sought to open a portal into the heavenly Golden City itself. They tainted it with their sin, and they were cast back into our world as Darkspawn. They are man's sins made flesh, an evil that spreads like an illness across our land. To face them, we must first face the evil within ourselves. Let us bow our heads and beg the Maker's forgiveness. Let us not be proud, so we may take courage against the darkness.
Okay. That was the final shot, I guess, and now I guess she's done. Well, that was good. There we are. Walks away. And let's see, here we have Tranquil. I can't lock it up. We'll be able to.
Welcome, young man.
You are a Tranquil Mage, aren't you?
Yes, and you are a mage of the Circle. You must be familiar with the Tranquil who serve there. I create and oversee the enchantment of weapons and armor for the King's forces here at Ostagar. It is a time-consuming process, but invaluable. Enchantment provides the Circle its wealth. Certainly we would not get by on charity.
Well, he's not fair of that, but the way he said enchantment reminded me of someone. Get to him later. What is enchantment exactly?
It is the practice of folding magical lyrium into items first practiced by the dwarves. The Tranquil have learned their runes, and we use them to apply a variety of magical effects. We create the glow lights, as well as the magic staff or the flaming blade. The irony, perhaps, is that it is our very disconnection to our former talents that allows the Tranquil to work with lyrium so. A true mage could not.
Yeah, that is the thing. Basically, dwarves cannot be mages. They are disconnected from the Fade. Why it is like that, no one truly knows. Not even the dwarves themselves. But the Tranquil mages can do the too, but it doesn't sound like normal. When the way he says it, sounds like normal human either, but I have no idea. What sort of enchantments are there?
Runes exist that hold the power of the elements that increase strength or swiftness. Almost any spell can be given permanency, given enough skill and lyrium. Naturally, the greater the power required, the more expensive the rune will become to create. True power comes with a price, as we know only too well.
Well, he's not wrong about that. What I forgot to say is that since dwarves and Tranquil are disconnected from the Fade, they do not dream actually. They just go into a sort of resting trance. That's all I can really tell. I should go.
Goodbye.
And let's see around here.
So, any last wishes I can help fulfill before you head into battle? Life is fleeting, you know. That pretty face could be decorating some darkspawn spear this time tomorrow.
Yeah, this is Daveth.
Well, you're not what I thought you'd be.
What did you think I'd be?
Me? I was hoping for a comely lass with golden hair and terrible eyesight. The name's Daveth. It's about bloody time you came along. I was beginning to think they'd cook this ritual up just for our benefit.
Basically, this is another of the Grey Warden recruits. And yeah, he's a bit of a... he thinks himself a shaman, but as you saw, it didn't work out all that well. Hey, what do you know about this ritual?
I happened to be sneaking around camp last night, see, and I heard a couple of Grey Wardens talking. So, I listened in for a bit. I'm thinking they plan to send us into the wilds.
So what? That wouldn't frighten me.
Cannibals, beasts, witches, and now darkspawn. What isn't to be scared of? It's all too secretive for me. Makes my nose twitch. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Like we have a choice.
They're forcing you to be here.
I've got nowhere else to go after what Duncan saved me from. Anyway, I expect it's time to get back to Duncan. That's where I'll be if you need me for anything.
Yeah. We'll learn more about him eventually. We have another guest that's locked. I need Daveth for that probably.
Well met.
We'll talk to the quartermaster though. There are some things I want to tell.
Have you seen an elf running about? Young woman, red hair, carrying a suit of chain.
Can't say I have, no.
Blast it. Where did she go? That suit better be patched up when she gets back, or by the maker up. No, pardon my manners. My troubles are no concern of yours, I'm sure. I'm the quartermaster. Did you come for supplies?
Do you need help tracking this girl down?
Oh, I'm sure you have better things to do than run errands for me. I can find her myself.
What kind of supplies do you have?
Arms and armor, for the most part. It's for the King's men, but you Grey Wardens can buy what you need for a modest price. I also have some goods on the side I can provide. Strictly off the record, of course. To keep morale up, you understand.
Well, let me see what you have.
Let me know what you'd like.
This is party inventory. This is basically the buy and sell system. What I want to do first though is sell off the daggers. And I'll say both of them. That's 4 silver. Sell. And there's also, they have an acolyte staff, but I already have one. I'll sell the mace, and also sell one of the acolyte staffs. I don't need both of them, they only take up space. As for armor, yeah, I can sell all of the leather boots, the chainmail, no, I will sell the apprentice's robes, the chantry robe, an apprentice cowl, yeah, I don't want that either. As for the chainmail, yeah, I'll sell that too. As for the apprentice's robes, I think I'll only sell one of these. Do I have anything else? No. Do I have anything here? No. What about crafting? I will sell the frost stock and the fire crystal. The rest I will keep. As for this guy, what does he have in Valley? Let's see, grey iron, leather armor, apprentice, that was I got large wooden round shield, small. He basically have just a lot of close combat stuff. He has nothing bad. He has a backpack upgrade. These one are pretty important to get. I have 73 silver. This one costs 57.50. I think I'll wait a bit for that. Do you have anything here? You have health poultice. Oh yes, these are things I can eat basically, but I don't know what I want yet. We also have flasks. Yes, we can use. I don't know exactly if I can sell anything. I might try off screen to see if I can honestly make anything out of this. If I can take the flask got expensive, but maybe the. See, what does a health poultice cost? Lesser health poultice costs 25 copper to sell, and then to make it costs me a flask cost 1 sell, yeah, and an elf fruit cost it. Yeah, that's not worth it. That's really not worth it. Go to other and let's get the backpack. That gives us 10 more in capacity to carry. Always good to have. I will try to do some pickpocketing. Maybe I will do that off screen just to learn to see if everything works. But as you see right now, I can't afford much else. So we'll that will. And here we have another site. Oh yeah, I took away the screen, so we'll see. We have just gained access to your first store. Here you can buy the items. Various stores are scattered throughout the world. I could have done this with the webcam before. Why I didn't take it away is up to me, but you live and you learn. As I say, I'm felling it. While a transaction is open, you may use the buyback function to reverse any accidental sales or purchases at no loss of money. Once the deal is closed, however, the items become the full property of the shopkeeper and are thus only available at full price. Talk to him again.
Hello again. Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps?
Yes, I want to see what other goods you have.
So long as you keep it quiet.
You have a bit more. Oh, you have enchanted stuff. Oh, that would be amazing to have. Problem is, it costs 5 gold, 80 silver. So yeah, that's that's not cheap at all. Then we have all of this, the health pull too, that stuff. We have the 5 on glamour shop. Mine costs 40 silver. I can sell it for 5. Yeah, the money system, basically buying back and all that stuff, doesn't really work properly from what I can see. We have the glamour charm. Ooh, pretty. We have nothing else really. But we do have this. What I do think afterwards, if I recall correctly, is that we may get a way to buy another backpack upgrade, which would be awesome to have. Let's get me up again and let's walk around a bit more. We saw Daveth. That's no way to leave a sword. Back where it properly belongs. For God's sake. Here we have another camp. Let's see. Some wounded. We have a nurse, we have a few wounded soldiers. This is basically the infirmary.
In the name of Andraste, I bless you today. May you find favor in the Maker's eyes. So let it be.
Yes, this is basically the night place. We have another soldier, a knight.
Sir Duncan appears to be a worthy leader. The Grey Wardens are fortunate.
Chest, which I can't open. We have the priest, we have the soldier, we have a nurse. Her a bit.
You may not want to remain here long, Warden. Most of these men have been tainted by the Darkspawn blood.
I can feel it inside me.
Yeah, that's usually not good at all. Yes, there's a shortcut here. We'll go and speak to Sir Jory in just a while, but I want to see... This is the main camp, apparently.
Sorry, the main army camp is off limits for you right now.
But we can't go there for some reason, and we can't go there ever. I have a few chests over here, which I will get with Daveth, eventually. Here we have another main character, Jory.
Greetings. You must be the third recruit we've heard about.
Yes, this is another Grey Warden recruit. Yes, I am Nils.
Sir Jory is my name. I hail from Redcliffe, where I served as knight under the command of Arl Eamon. You have the bearing of a man who knows how to fight. If I may ask, were you a soldier before you came here?
I am a mage, not a soldier.
I had heard mages join, but, well, I had not, that is...
Mages aren't that frightening.
Yes, I apologize. I have always found magic unnerving. I should be pleased that in this case it will be on our side. I suppose since you're finally here, I'd best get back to Duncan. I shall see you there.
Yes, magic is for the common folk very, very, very scary sometimes. Here we have a prisoner. Let's see,
Huh. Someone finally comes and talks to the lone prisoner. I don't suppose you've come to sentence me?
No, I haven't.
I don't suppose you have a bit of kindness in you? All I want is food and water. They haven't fed me since I was locked up and I'm starving.
Tell me why you're in there first.
I'm a deserter. Or so they think. I bet there's no arguing them out of it, though. Armies are funny that way.
Did you desert?
I wasn't deserting. But when you catch someone sneaking around camp in the middle of the night, what else are you gonna think? Does it matter? All I want is a bit of food and water.
It matters to me if your cause is just.
You're a funny one. They won't listen to you no matter what you think. Not that I wouldn't mind you trying. You're a good sort. And it's not as if they're wrong. I probably would have deserted later. Just not when they caught me is all. Hope that doesn't spoil your opinion of me. I'm still hungry enough to eat my shoe.
I'll see what I can do.
Just ask my guard for his. He's still got some dinner. I saw him put it in his coat.
This is another quest, which will actually mark as active. I'm not gonna be... that's the guard. I'll just do a save here. Save. Save. There we go. Speak to the guard and see if he has anything else to say.
Lucky dog. You Grey Wardens get to ride with the king while I'm left with the drudgery of guarding this deserter. They should have just hanged him. Put his head on a pike as an example.
Who is this prisoner exactly?
They say he was recruited before the war up in Dinnerham. Probably figured he'd never have to fight if he served the king, right?
Why did he want to desert?
Why does anyone want to desert? Because he thinks he's going to die and he's a bloody coward, that's why. Either that or he's been listening to a bunch of hogwash about how the Darkspawn will drag you off and eat you.
I had a chat with him actually.
Don't expect it was an enlightening conversation.
He claims he wasn't deserting.
What a surprise. Another innocent prisoner. At any rate, it's not for me to say. He'll get his day to plead his case, or he won't. It's all the same to me.
He asked for some food and water.
Did he now? Since nobody sends me nothing to feed him with, the only way we'll get that is if I give him mine.
So you missed one meal. This man could be hanged soon.
All right, all right. I guess the poor fella could stand to have one meal in his belly before he hangs. Don't know why you care. I had nothing to do with it, though. If anyone asks why he's burping, I'm gonna say it was you. Just so you know.
That is very, very fair. Go talk to him.
So? Brought me some food, have you? I'm so hungry I could faint dead away.
Here, some food.
Much obliged. You're a kind soul, you are. May Andraste herself rain blessings upon you.
And now it's completed. Though I don't think I gained anything from it. Leader quest, Ostagar, Hungry Deserter. Yep. Now we still have this. The Mabari Hounds, we'll do that later. Make active. Go to inventory. I don't think I gained anything from doing that. It does not look like it. Still don't have any gloves either, so I don't know what I can do. Can't talk to the guard, or can I?
You got your food and water. Now off with you.
Well, someone's angry. Can't blame them though, can I? Let's see. I do know where Alistair is, but I do want to try and maybe do some, well, key stealing if possible, but I doubt I can. Let's go up here first though. We are... I could try to speak with Loghain actually. I think that would work, though I'm unsure. Here we have a servant and servant. Then we have another... What's with all the locks on the chest? Maker. Do we have anything funny up here? No, doesn't look like it. See what the servants have to say then.
I have a great many tasks to attend to.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm sorry, but there's so much to do before the battle. I must attend to my duties or I'll get the switch. Oh,
yeah, you're excused. This is the War Council. There's another soldier. Yeah, let's go and see if we can maybe meet Loghain. We can though, but let's see. Jory, Daveth, we can try to get some more info out of them actually. Here we have Loghain. See if we can get to meet with Loghain.
You approach the tent of Tairn Loghain. State your business.
Is the Tairn inside? What is he doing?
He's inside, but I don't think it's my place to discuss his activity.
I'd like an audience with the Tairn, please.
I suppose you have a message for him. Hold on then.
Yes, what is it? Oh, you're Duncan's new Grey Warden, I assume.
Yes, I am.
Kaelin's fascination with the Wardens goes beyond the ordinary. Are you aware his father brought your order back to Ferelden?
A fascination you don't share.
The Wardens are impressive, but not as relevant as Kaelin thinks. I hear you're from the Circle of Magi. First Enchanter spoke highly of you. A great achievement, for one so young. I don't suppose you'll be riding into the thick of battle with the rest of your fellows, will you?
I certainly hope so.
Here for the glory, huh? Fair enough. Now I must return to my task. Pray that our king proves amenable to wisdom, if you're the praying sort.
Don't seem very fond of him.
He is Marik's son, and the leader of my beloved Ferelden, and a very young man. I try to keep that in mind, as should you.
Okay. What does the King's Guard have to say then?
Greetings. King Kaelin is not in his tent right now?
Tell me about the King. I see him a lot.
I suppose I do, though he's spending most of his time with the Grey Wardens. He rides with them wherever they go, in fact. Tairn Loghain sees the king whenever he can and argues with him over coming battles, but the king just waves him off. The king wants to end the Blight with a single huge battle the bards will sing of for centuries. Do you think that's possible?
We'll see in the coming battle.
That's how the Tairn feels. He'll do what the king wants in the end, though. The king thought it was funny that Tairn called him reckless, and they fought about the queen.
I didn't know Kaelin was married.
To the Tairn's daughter, no less. He wasn't happy about something she did or the king did, I'm not sure. I probably shouldn't discuss it.
And I should go.
As you wish.
all we have to do right now is truly to find Alistair, but I want to do some more just stealing to see if there's anything. Maybe, whether they're not too alert, maybe they are, maybe it may as well backfire and then it won't be good at all, but I cannot try.
Yes.
Stealing, nothing to steal. So yeah, some of them carry stuff, others just don't, so yeah. It will be... We'll see what happens. Now all we can do is truly go up here and see anything. I can try to do it later on as well, once I've leveled up and done some more things. But if it failed and I was spotted, someone would be talking to Duncan here, if I were to talk to him now.
Do not wait too long before seeking out Alistair. As I said earlier, we will need to begin preparations for the joining before nightfall.
So basically, if I had been discovered stealing, another guard would have been talking to Duncan right now. Let's see, can we speak to Daveth? Right?
Well, in for a silver, in for a crown, as my dear mum always used to say.
No.
We should see what Duncan wants us to do next, don't you think?
I guess we're gonna have to wait. Well, let's go find Alistair. Then we shall go and see what more we can do for the joining. So let's go. And yes, here we have Alistair. We have another chest that's also locked. What is this? Well, I'll have Daveth later on.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
I know exactly what you mean. This is Alistair. Very good friend, eventually. But he's just a character that I so enjoy.
It's like a party. We could all stand in a circle and hold hands. That would give the Darkspawn something to think about. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage?
Well, I am indeed a mage. Would that make your day worse? No, I am indeed a mage.
And here I thought I'd been yelled at by every mage in camp. Wait, I do know who you are. You're Duncan's new recruit from the Circle of Magi. I should have recognized you right away. I apologize.
And you must be Alistair. That's alright. No offense taken.
Good. You didn't exactly catch me at my finest with the mage there. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Alistair, the new Grey Warden. Though I guess you knew that. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
I'm pleased to meet you. My name is Nils.
Right, that was the name. So I'm curious. Have you ever actually encountered Darkspawn before?
No, I haven't.
When I fought my first one, I wasn't prepared for how monstrous it was. I can't say I'm looking forward to encountering another. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
The argument I saw, what was it about?
With the mage. The Circle is here at the King's request, and the Chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are, which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar.
That would be awkward.
I'm sure the revered mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger, and the mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech.
Yeah, that's it. Mages and Templars, sure. They say the Templars are there to protect mages. or vice versa, to protect the common man from the mages. But it usually is very, very dark sometimes. It can easily be turned into that the Templars harass the mages and whatnot. You don't have to company, do you?
Don't worry. I'll try not to embarrass you.
What about the other recruit?
Daveth and Sir Jory are here in the camp. Have you met them?
Yes, I have met both of them.
That makes things easy then. They'll both be back with Duncan by now.
I look forward to traveling with you.
You do? Huh. That's a switch. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
Now we have another tutorial. Tutorial, party members and tactics. When you're not controlling them, party members act according to tactics you set. Select Alistair by left-clicking on him and his portrait. Back on site. Left-click. Party members and tactics. Now open the tactics screen by clicking on the highlighted icon or pressing... Yeah, that one is... this one? No, it's not. Let's just... You use the conditional tactics slot to design custom behavior for character. Simply select press tactics. Change Alistair preset to defender. Go! And he will activate shield cover, he will have shield bash and say pummel. Let's get me away there, for we have another screen. Tactics. The tactics screen, the slash button, is a tool used to customize your party's action and reaction based on situations in combat. Yeah, then I know. Next, AI general behavior. Party members' general behavior can be configured using the drop-down menu at the top of the right side of the screen. Example, should he or she charge at enemies or be more cautious? Does the party member prefer ranged or melee weapon? Well, Alistair is a Templar. He is pretty much just melee based, and he is also pretty defensively based, so that's how I will build him as well. Tactic slots let you set up automatic actions that the party members will take in specific situations, like casting heal or whenever a party member drops below 50 health. Tactics are displayed in a numbered list. Each tactic requires a condition and an action. The condition determines when to execute the tactics. The actions determines what happens when the tactic fires. Tactic slots at the top of the list are the highest priority. They will activate before ones further down in the list. You can reorganize tactic slots by left-clicking on a number and dragging. Tactic slots can be also temporarily disabled by left-clicking on the symbol, plus symbol, in front of the slot. To re-enable the tactic, click the plus button again. Or it may be something else, maybe the star symbol. I didn't see it properly. A tactics preset. You can save or set tactics at any time. Click the save preset button to restore the current setting. Use the preset pull down to switch between different sets of conditions and tactics. Well, I've already done that. Get me back on screen, and here we are. Yes, that's done.
Yes?
I did not mean to do that, but let's just well, just say I have a few questions for you.
What about?
The upcoming battle.
The one tomorrow. I'll tell you, it's Tairn Loghain we should be looking to win it, not the king. Caelan just wants his place in history. The Tairn is planning the strategy. That's my opinion, anyway. I guess I should be thankful the king favors us Grey Wardens. But I know who's keeping the lid on the pot.
How much will I be participating?
You know, that's a good question. The other Grey Wardens are riding into battle with the king. I don't know if you'll be with them.
Ah. Why is this happening here of all places?
We're at the edge of the Korkari Wilds, the eye of the Blight Storm, right where the Horde will be coming. Ostagar itself is an excellent defensive position. The Wilders were pushed back from here time and again in ancient days.
What are the chances of success?
I'm sure Tairn Loghain has the battle planned to the last detail. Still, no Blight has ever been defeated with so little cost.
What if we fail?
If we don't break the Horde here, Duncan says it will spread until it engulfs all of Ferelden. Then it will take an alliance of nations to fight it, which would be bad. Neither the king nor the Terran really seems to believe this is a real blight, however.
Yeah. Many are skeptic about it being a real blight, but as we may encounter, and anyone else that has played this game knows, it's basically something very much worse.
You want to ask me about something else?
Grey Wardens.
So I imagine. What would you like to know?
I'm not sure I know anything about the Grey Wardens.
Well, let's see. Surely you've heard of Weishaupt Fortress? The great eyrie carved into the White Cliffs far off in the Anderfels? That's where the Grey Wardens once kept their griffins. The griffins died out, however, and our numbers have dwindled since the last blight. There's only a handful left in Ferelden. A few more in other nations.
Yeah, that's basically the... Since the last blight was so long ago, it means they haven't had a need to recruit anymore. So the numbers have been dwindling and they've only been looking at special ones. What makes you all so special?
The Grey Wardens are warriors without equal. Darkspawn threatened to destroy the world 4 times over. Each time, the Grey Wardens led mankind to victory. Nobody knows more about Darkspawn, and nobody's better equipped to deal with them. You'll see. Trust me.
So they are knights? Heroes?
I don't know if I'd go that far. Duncan says the Grey Wardens do whatever is necessary to protect mankind from Darkspawn. That means some pretty extreme things. Whatever it takes to bring victory.
Yeah, that's usually how it is. Do have a saying, what is it? War, victory. In peace, vigilance. In death, sacrifice. It usually is. It is like that. They sacrifice a lot to do this, and we'll find out more about how much they truly sacrifice. Where are all the Grey Wardens now?
The others are camped with the King's soldiers in the valley. The King's given us a position of honor at the vanguard, despite our small numbers. I think Kalen is actually excited to ride into battle with us. Maybe he thinks that's what his father would have done.
So the Grey Wardens have the right to recruit anyone?
King Marek, Kalen's father, reaffirmed the power the Grey Wardens were given during the Blights. In practice, we can't conscript too often without hurting our cause. We were exiled from Ferelden once. Best not to let that happen again.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about before, that they were exiled from Ferelden once. That we will get more into that later on as we progress in the game, and as also they can't conscript too often without hurting our cause. Basically, what they are allowed to do whenever there is a blight, they have certain writings that allows them to conscript anyone, basically anyone. It doesn't matter if you're a king, a prince, a lowly beggar, dwarf, elf. You will basically be. They can take anyone they want. But of course, this will piss off someone. For example, if you take a noble's only son, that won't be the best cases, for example. Well, that's all I want to know about the Grey Wardens.
You want to ask me about something else?
You have the Blight Duncan mentioned.
Of course.
So, what is a Blight? Where do Darkspawn come from?
You want the Chantry's version or the truth?
They aren't the same thing.
They seldom are.
What is the Chantry's version?
According to the Chant of Light, the Maker imprisoned the old gods underground long ago, as punishment for tricking mankind into worshipping them. The old gods still whispered to some men and taught them magic. These men became the Magisters of the Tevinter Empire. The Magisters used their gift to enter the Golden City, tainting it and themselves. They were cast out by the Maker and became the first Darkspawn. They fled underground, bringing their taint to their gods. The tainted old gods were the archdemons who rose from their prisons and led the Darkspawn against the world.
And the truth?
The truth is, we don't really know. They come up from the ground, and that's as far as we've gotten.
So what you talked about was the first Blight?
Yes, and it nearly wiped us out. When defeated, the Darkspawn flee back underground and seek out another old god to taint, thus bringing another Blight.
So where is the archdemon for this blight?
We haven't seen it yet. People are beginning to think this is just an unusually large Darkspawn raid without an archdemon to unify them. But seriously, the archdemon could be in the wilds or underground. It could be hiding. Just because it hasn't shown itself doesn't mean it isn't out there.
Why not kill the Darkspawn when they're underground?
They've controlled the deep roads ever since they defeated the Dwarven kingdoms. Even if we invaded, we can only chase them so far.
What is an archdemon exactly?
The old gods were dragons, so the stories say. Big ones. Intelligent, even. The Tevinter Empire had big statues of them. Each dragon had a name and a place in the cosmos. It's all very intricate. The archdemons may not be the old gods, but they're definitely dragons.
Why are some people so skeptical?
The Grey Wardens killed so many Darkspawn by the end of the last Blight. People decided they were gone for good.
And then the Darkspawn just came, guess what? Well, yeah, that's basically it. So it's been a really, really long time since the last Blight. Which is why there's so few Grey Wardens left. I have questions about the Blight.
Of course.
How do Grey Wardens defeat the Blight?
We chop off the snake's head. It's the only way. According to texts, the most famous Grey Warden leader, Garahel, killed the Archdemon Underarl in personal combat at the Battle of Aesley to end the last Blight. Without the Archdemon to command them, the Darkspawn flee back underground.
How did anyone even know about this Blight?
The Grey Wardens keep watch. We feel the Darkspawn when they come. You'll understand after the joining, if you... well, you'll understand. Not to mention people start to notice when Darkspawn pour out of the wilds and taint everything around them. Just a guess.
Yeah. So how many Darkspawn are out there?
Thousands. Tens of thousands. They've had centuries to build up their numbers.
Yeah, they are basically a lot of Darkspawn out there. That's all I wanted to know.
You want to ask me about something else?
Yep. Tell me about Duncan.
Duncan is the leader of the Grey Wardens in Ferelden. Which he would say doesn't mean much, as there aren't many of us here. Yet, beyond that, he's a good man. A good judge of character. I owe him a lot. What about you? What do you think of him?
He seems like a kind man, if firm.
Fair enough. He's done the best he can with what little he has. And that includes me, I guess. You want to ask me about something else?
The joining ritual.
I wish I could tell you more. Maybe ask me again after Duncan speaks to you about it. You want to ask me about something else?
I have no more questions.
Then let's get a move on, shall we?
And oh, that was Alistair. And now we go back to me. And no, I don't need to activate rock armor yet. But Alistair gained 2 approval. That is, let's go into character. They have approval rating actually, and if you do something they don't like, you will lose it. And if they reach all the way to basically to 0 or minus 100, they may leave. But if you go up to 100 plus, something else may happen. In this case, you can't roam as Alistair since I'm a man, but if you were a woman, it would work. So yeah. Then he has a specialization. We'll get into more of that later, but basically what this does, it gives him special attributes. He has Templar in this case. This gives him a bit more willpower and resistance to magic. I don't know if I can. I can't really see. Heroic accomplishment. No, we don't go into that yet. Here we go. Spells and talents. Alistair, for example, he's a Templar. This is some of the specialists he gives him bonuses. I don't recall the bonuses he got now. I may recall that later. Watch that later. But as a Templar, he has Righteous Strike as a passive, and he has other things as well. Basically, what he is he's built to fight against mages, and basically the worst anyone can. In this case, the first he has is Righteous Strike. They basically are Templars or enforcers, specially chosen to control mages and slay abomination. Each of the Templar's melee hits against an enemy spellcaster drains its mana. Then he has a lot of other passive ones. As Cleanse Area, my guess is this is just a way the mage's type of dispel magic, basically just moving all dispellable effects from those nearby. Basically magic ones, and friendly fire is possible. Basically means that if I'm close by and put something onto him and he uses that, it doesn't really help me. Then he also has Mental Fortress. The Templars has learned to focus on duty, gaining a large bonus to mental resistance. In this case, his yeah, basically his attack to mental buffs or mental not buffs. I don't determinant abilities. Basically, if he, for example, gets scared, gets blind, stuff like that. Then we have Holy Smite. Okay, yeah, I can't really reveal that now. And then he's a warrior, so he gets basically a lot of strength buff. For now we have Powerful. Training and hard work, the warriors gained greater health, reduced fatigue penalty for wearing armor. This is something as well that everyone has. Each a rogue and a warrior can wear the heavy armor, but it comes with a fatigue and a stamina cost that makes their abilities that cost stamina cost a lot more. Then we have Threaten, we have Passive, Bravery, and all that stuff. And there's a lot of passive things. We have Precise Strike, Taunt, Disengage, and Perfect Timing. And then we have this. Let's see, there is something here. Oh yes, this is an archery class. This is one I may do some training into him, but it's because of this. It's the last one I want. Passive Master Archer. Deadly with bows and crossbow, Master Archers receive additional benefits when using aim, defensive fire, crippling shot, His talent also eliminates the penalty to attack speed when wearing heavy armor, though massive armor still carries the penalty. So basically, what this gets is, when you get the heavy armor you get, the slower you get, but with this, the penalty from heavy armor removes the attack speed penalty, which means Alistair here will be able to equip heavy armor and still have the attack speed, but massive armor, which is best of the armor and also the heaviest, still have that on him. Then we have Weapon and Shield, which is basically what Alistair is. And this gives him Shield Bash and Shield Pummel. Then he also has Shield Block. Practice fighting with a shield improves the character's guards. Enemies can no longer flank the character on shield carrying side. And then we also have Shield Cover. When in this mode, the warrior's shield provides the greatest chance of deflecting missile attacks. Shield Master increases this further. We have Shield Tactics. And this is just basically improving a lot more. We also have Shield Defense, Shield Balance. And then since I will be building him as a defensive character, this is basically what I may do. We have Shield Wall. In this mode, oh yes, the character's shield becomes nearly a fortress, adding a significant bonus to armor and a greater likelihood of shrugging off physical attacks, but at the cost of reduced damage. Shield's expertise makes the character immune to... Apologies, my mind is... While immune to direct knockdown attacks while in this mode, and Shield Master gives a bonus to defense, and here we have Shield Expertise. Character experience using a shield in combat has made certain abilities more efficient, increasing defense bonus for shield defense, making this character immune to direct knockdown attacks. And we also have Shield Mastery, and basically, as I said, a lot of these passives look good. We also have Overpower and Assault, and a lot of that stuff. So what I will go for him, Dual Mastery doesn't really matter. He will be using two-handed weapon, but this is how a rogue can be spec basically. He can eventually go to the part where he has, where he gets, what was it now? Yes, he gets to wield two swords. Usually a rogue can wield a dagger in one hand and a sword in the other. With this, you can wear two swords in each hand. That's a lot of fun. And we have Nils. Well, we don't need to see that. Well, let's continue on. Let's get to Duncan. I will do a save first, because we have gone there. This, stay. Because we have done a lot. And I don't know if I should try and steal some more. No, I don't think I will. I will get to that point eventually. There will be other places I can do, and I think I need to get my cunning up a bit before I do that. And here we have Duncan, and I think we'll talk to him, and then we shall see. And then we also can't forget the quest I have where I'm gonna need to find a flower for the Kennel Master, and I will need to turn afterwards to get that problem. let's talk to Duncan.
You found Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
You're right, Duncan. I apologize.
Now then, since you're all here, we can begin. You four will be heading into the Kokari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit.
What do we need the darkspawn blood for?
For the joining itself. I'll explain more once you've returned.
Going into the wild? Isn't that dangerous?
You weren't recruited out of charity. All 3 of you are skilled and resourceful. Alistair is the most junior member of our order and will accompany you as is tradition. Do not worry. I doubt you will need to go far into the wilds to find what you seek.
Finally some action.
Without a doubt. Darkspawn aren't renowned for their willingness to offer up their blood. There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
What kind of scrolls are these?
Old treaties, if you're curious. Promises of support made to the Grey Wardens long ago. They were once considered only formalities. With so many having forgotten their commitments to us, I suspect it may be a good idea to have something to remind them with.
And this is what I was talking about before. This treatise allows them to basically get aid from any other major race in the lands of Thedas. What if they're no longer there?
It's possible the scrolls may have been destroyed or even stolen, though the seal's magic should have protected them. Only a Grey Warden can break such a seal.
I don't understand. Why leave such things in a ruin if they're so valuable?
It was assumed that we would someday return. A great many things were assumed that have not held true.
Is this part of our joining too?
No, but the effort must be made. I have every confidence you are up to the task.
How will we find this archive?
It will be an overgrown ruin by now, but the sealed chest should remain intact. Alistair will guide you to the area you need to search.
Find the archive and 3 vials of blood. Understood.
Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
Basically, now we've gained all of that stuff, and we have now updated the quest. And we have Grey Warden's Catch, finding the treatise, we have the Tainted Blood, and we have the Mabari Hound. Now though, Daveth, we will... I don't understand why I do that, but now we will go... First, before we do anything else, I want to go and unlock these chests, basically to make sure that... One minute. Got that. And now, I'm not gonna steal anything. Here we are. We're gonna unlock, we have a dagger, and we got lockpicker, take all. I will sell these eventually. And then we are gonna go over to the other side, and get some more chests, basically unlock. I still don't understand what's with the lock on every chest. And also for the chest over by the mage quarters, we can't unlock those, unfortunately. It's basically... Yeah, let's just say that it's not possible. The reason being that you need a special key for it, and it's a key we don't have. I may be able to do it later. I don't recall really how that worked, but we shall see eventually. Let's see, where were the other chests? It was here, right? Yes, it was. This chest is here. Yes, it's the right here. Oh, you're kidding me? Really? I don't know that. What was skills? The P. Have Oh, really? You haven't gotten it? Oh, are you kidding me? All rogues have some understanding of opening locks and spotting traps, but particularly dexterous hands and a steady grip give the character a bonus when picking locks or disarming traps. The character's cunning score also contribute to these skills. Well, yes. That was... that's not... that means I have to wait or level him up somehow if I can. Doesn't look like he has a long way to go before he can level up. Go and find. Oh, some elf fruit. I missed that. We'll go and take the chest we can. Then I think I will. Yeah, we shall see what I do. Doesn't look like he has theft either. Spells and talents. Doesn't look like it. He has dual weaponry though, and some archery. We'll see. I just figured he would have extra skill in that if anything, but apparently not. So we had another one over here. Oh. Have the chest here, can we? Yes, we have a small... Ooh! Take all. Alistair is a shield carrier, as I say. I don't know if he has any better than that. This one, yes, we can't unlock it. I don't know. I haven't really found the key yet. We did have another chest over here, and it's also locked. Have a leather helm, rough. That would actually sit down right now. Then we're gonna go up here, because if I recall correctly, there was another thing up here. Go. And yes, here we are. Let's see if we can unlock it. Yes, we have a few ice arrows, obvious flame roots. Let's take all. Go back to Nils. Unpause that. Still haven't got enough. I can't go out there. Wow. Let's go to the gate into the Kokari Wilds. We'll see what we can truly do. Let's go up here. Maybe we will... I don't know what I want to do really. That's an officer. I probably should just go for a soldier or something if I want to pickpocket someone. Try to steal anything. Archer. I don't think I should do any of the archers. Can't do any of the archers actually. Soldier.
So there's supposed to be more of these Grey Wardens coming, I hear.
Petron said they were Orlesians, coming with a whole army of them fancy Orlesian knights.
If my pa wasn't already in his grave, that'd put him there.
You think they'll leave once this is done? If we ask them nice?
If they don't, then we keep on fighting, I guess.
I'd rather fight them painted fops than these darkspawn. That howling of theirs gives me nightmares, it does.
Yeah, basically, before all this, basically I think it's Kaelin's grandmother. So the Ferelden, they were occupied by another country, an empire called the Orlesian Empire. And let's just say that the time, it was not a good time for any Ferelden, and any mentioning of Olay at that time is basically... Loghain fought together with Kaelin's father, King Maric, and was actually one of those that helped kick out the Orlesians properly. So yeah, a lot of things just... Oh. But let's head over to the... no, let's continue. Maybe some things when I go back and forth. Now... That's a knight. I do not want to try to pick up him and the Ash Warrior either. Yeah. Oh, dogs. Doggos. Doggos and doggos and doggos. I want a Mabari. And let's see. You know what? I think I'm actually gonna do a save here, everyone, and we shall continue on with the Kokari Wild next time. To every one of you watching on YouTube, I thank you so much for joining in, and I hope you enjoyed even more of this, even though we've only explored, but there's so much lore in Ostagar in this place that you really don't want to miss anything. So I hope you enjoyed. I said Maseranos for watching, and I hope to see you all next time when I both stream and when I record. And until next time everyone, please remember to take care of yourself in these times. And as always, to extinguish the fire in your fireplaces, turn off your stoves and blow out your candles before you leave your home and before you go to bed. And this is Northern Firefighter signing off, Daveth Shiral.